The status of Jackie Young,
In,
good way to start.
Status of the microphone,
on.
status of Willie, go ahead, Willie.
Becky, numerous times when I've asked about, coaching it or scouting the other team, or it's always, you're looking at your players first, but when you face Cheryl Reeve, you have to take in consideration, I would imagine, the X's and O's, the chess match with someone of her stature.
I have a lot of respect for Coach Reeves. She's been in the league forever. I mean, she was with Bill forever in Detroit. Felt like, I don't know how long ago that was, but that was a minute ago. And then, the dynasty that she got to build and win with, that they had going on there during the latter parts of my years playing with Minnesota. Really special team. And I think right now with this team, they're playing very spaced. I don't know if she's been talking to the Timberwolves coaches or what, but they're playing very NBA style.
You said this thing?
But they're playing very NBA style, very spaced floor, and sharing and just playing the right way. They lead the league in assists, they lead the league in field goal percentage, they lead the league in 3-point field goal percentage. Those three things tied together are not coincidental. They're tied together. They're very, they're the reasons why.
Last time you played the Lynx, you didn't have Tiffany yet, and I heard Asia talking about how important it is for her to just be confident. She's doing everything else, but sometimes she's like looking to her teammates, and she wants to see more confidence from her. Is there anything else they're kind of emphasizing with Tiffany ahead of this matchup?
I mean, I hadn't heard Asia say that. I just know from my perspective, our team has and our staff has the utmost confidence in her. I mean, she's a baller. She is a hooper. She probably doesn't have all of our stuff down yet, which might seem maybe, I don't think she lacks confidence. I just think at times she's not quite sure what to do, which looks like being unsure. One sure thing I know is she is fast with the ball and she can get downhill anytime she wants. And that's really what I love about her game. And then, she gets in there and we live with her decision making. Whether that's at the rim or it's a rim read and she kicks out. She's crafty. We know she's a capable shooter. She's a level 3 scorer. I mean, she can pull up, she can get to the rim, she can shoot threes, and she's a very good passer. So, and she's disruptive defensively. So once she gets our stuff in the technology, because, similar to like a Candace Parker, I'm asking her to do things that she's never been asked to do. And so it takes a little bit of an adjustment time. But once you know the terminology and you kind of know our base defensively, what we're trying to do, and it becomes habitual and habits and you're just natural instinct, but it takes a while to kind of set in, the way we want to do things. But she's getting on the job training. We haven't had hardly any practice. I'm just throwing her out there. She was like, you can just ease me in. I said, easing you in looks like 30 minutes. Like, so she's been great. Very bright basketball player. She's got great instincts. So, at the end of the day, all I need her to be is Tiffany Hayes.
You brought up something, Becky, talking about Minnesota's dynasty. They're the only other organization that's had 4 Olympians on their roster. How does that benefit you guys, having 4 Olympians on your roster?
I mean, we got great players, but I don't benefit. I think it makes the target bigger, like, from an individual standpoint, as, back in the day, and they still do it, they have like the Olympic team play against the WNBA All-Stars. I always just felt like the kid not picked. So it pissed me off. So, that's the goal. That's the standard. Everybody wants to be on the Olympic team. So, in ways it makes the target larger because people want to prove a point. Hey, it should have been me. At the end of the day, what you're talking about with, Coach Reeves and even myself, it's not about talent, it's about managing talent and still getting the individuals buy into the team game.
This is your first year, I believe, as a WNBA head coach. in an Olympic year. You've been, when you were in the NBA, coaching in the NBA, you've been, seeing some of those great players. Is there sort of a feeling of elation on your part just to be a part of, we've talked about women's basketball all season, right? The movement, but now with the announcement official, we're a couple of, 5 weeks away and so on and so forth. Just now that you are one of the premier faces as a coach and the sort of the feeling of this year's Olympics.
Well, I mean, it's just a luxury to have the quality of player that we have on this roster. And I go back to crediting Bill for, he picked Asia, he picked Jackie Young. Plum actually was down in San Antonio and Ruth was there and she asked me who I thought she should pick. I was with the Spurs then. I didn't have a dog in the race, and I was like, you gotta take that Plum kid. She's a bucket. Those three are the real, like, the building blocks. So as much as it's a luxury to have that quality of player, where we've been successful is we've turned into a team. We had a lot of individuals, and we're playing a little bit individually now. That's the battle, right? At the end of the day, because you can have all the talent in the world, if they don't play together, you ain't winning. And I've been on teams that had less talent. That 2018 that I was on in San Antonio, we had no business beating the Sparks that year. Was it 2008 or 2007? I forget. Anyways, doesn't matter. They were way more talented than us. We had no business beating them, but we beat them because we played together. We had less names on our roster, 1 through 12, but playing together beats talent.
It seems like things can change a lot from week to week in the W with teams. Look back to the last time you met the Lynx. What has changed since then the most that you can talk about on the scouting report? Like, what's different in the way you approach this team from then?
I mean, they're playing the same way. They're moving the ball, they're shooting quick. Kayla McBride's been in another universe. That Phoenix game was, I don't know if you guys watched any of that Phoenix game, that was unbelievable. And the level of difficulty, she was shooting it a couple times. I'm like, no way. And it didn't even hit the rim, it was like out of her hands before she even caught it. She's been on it, she's been playing great, but you can tell that they're playing with a lot of confidence, they're playing with a lot of space, and they're just playing the right way. So, are they talented? Yeah, I think Nafisa Collier's a hell of a player. I love her game. And then you get McBride. I think, Smith is having one of her kind of a breakout year for them. They're just shooting it so well. They got 6 or 7 players shooting over 36%, which is unreal, and at a high volume. So we need to defend the 3-point line a little bit better than we have been, that's for darn sure.
All right, Nikias, close us out.
Just a quick one about Kayla McBride. I think similar to the way to use Kelsey Plum, the Lynx use Kayla McBride a lot as a screener. I guess just how does it feel being on the other side of offenses kind of inverting their actions like that? What kind of goes into the game plan with that?
How does it feel to guard our own actions and suck at it, guys? Okay. I mean, they're using her correctly. I mean, it's old school basketball, right? The screener gets open. Sure. I mean, neither of us are rocket scientists, but I would say Cheryl's a pretty smart coach. So she knows how to use her players and get them in spots that they can be successful in. I was with K-Mac in San Antonio, and that was my last year. It was her rookie year. And so it's kind of fun to see her grow over the years, and she's just playing at an elite level right now. So it's like going against her, I'm coaching against her. I don't want her to have an elite night tonight, but I like that she's having a lot of success this year. I'm happy for her.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Yep.
Thank you.